In life, sometimes things don't usually go as planned. My initial plan was to trade the 30 USD account and try growing it during the holiday, but eventually things went south. I felt critically sick along the line, and to cut the whole long story short, I traveled back home. Now that I am at home, what's next? What's the next move? What's the next plan?
So during the course of the challenge, I was able to take 6 trades, which I lost consecutively. Yeah, I lost 6 good trades consecutively on XAUSD. So if you want to know how the challenge went and how I traded the account, you can check this video right here. So when I go home, I was able to evaluate and look at myself. I was able to check the trades I took, and I was able to come up with a conclusion. So this conclusion I came up with, I'll categorize into 3. The first one is account size. The second one is the instrument, and the third one is the strategy. Or let me rearrange it: account size, the strategy, and the instrument. So now let me explain. The account size, I was trading 30 USD accounts, yeah, and I was risking $3 per trade. And risking $3 US per trade means that my stop loss is usually 30 pips. So looking at that, I know fine. People trade $30 accounts. People can trade that kind of account and grow it into something substantial. People do it. People have done it, even $10. But if you look at it, it's not actually sustainable. Trading that kind of account size is not sustainable. And as I'm risking 3 USD on $30 account, I'm risking 10% on every trade. 10% on every trade. You see that's quite high. The risk is quite high. 10% on every trade. But because of the account size, 10% is just 3 USD. Looking at the money alone, just 3 USD. But looking at it percentage wise, it's actually 10%, which is very, very risky. Like, it's a high risk on the account. So the account size was part of what actually made me lose the challenge. Yeah, trading that kind of account is actually not sustainable. Then moving on to the strategy I was trading. No doubt, I'm not trying to bash the strategy I was using actually. Mind you, that strategy I've used that strategy to make a withdrawal of about 40 USD. I think that was in May or so, about 40 USD, and I actually made the withdrawal. Yeah. This is it. I actually made that withdrawal with this same strategy on XAUSD. So but I've tried to evaluate this strategy. I noticed that for those trades I took now, most times I get stopped out before price goes in my favor. Yeah, most times I get stopped out before price eventually goes in my favor. So most time my stop loss was actually tight. My stop loss 30 pips. Yeah, max 30 pips. If the stop loss is not 30 pips, I'm not taking the trade. So the stop loss was most times just 30 pips, and it's actually quite small for the instrument. That's why I'll be going over to instruments now, which is the third thing I noticed, the instrument. So risking just 30 pips on XAUSD. You know how volatile XAUSD is. Now I'm moving over to the instrument. I was trading only good on this account, on this challenge account. I was trading only XAUSD, and XAUSD was very, very volatile. For the fact that XAUSD is very, very volatile, and I'm just risking 30 pips, which one 15 minutes candle can actually make me lose the whole 30 pips. I can lose $3. Just one candle can just take me out. So I brought all these things together. First of all, I noticed that the account size is actually small. Yeah. Then the strategy I'm using is I'm actually moving around on lower time frames. My entries are usually on the 15 minutes and on the 5 minutes. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash the strategy, but I'm looking at it that the strategy is not something sustainable. Yeah, on the long run, I'm looking at it that the strategy is not sustainable. Then the third thing, which is the currency I was trading, I was just trading only gold. I was just restricted to one instrument, only gold. And gold is not even a currency pair. Plus, gold is very, very volatile. At some point, before the fact that gold is expensive, at some point, I think during London session and New York session, when there is high volatility in the market, when those two sessions meet, that's around 2 p.m. Nigerian time, when those two sessions come together, I find it very difficult to open a position on XAUSD. Yeah, it's actually very, very difficult to open a position on XAUSD. And even I would have still maybe continued the challenge, continue trading until I've exceeded my 10 trial, because I plan to only take 10 trades. Like, I had a margin of taking just 10 trades throughout the whole challenge, risking 33 USD each. And if I lose those 10 trades, that means I've lost the whole challenge. But after taking the 6th trade, I was on the 7th day, which I was about to trade. I tried opening the position on gold, but it was telling me not sufficient funds. Why? Because gold is expensive and my account balance is actually just 12 USD. So you see what I'm trying to say now, for the fact that gold is expensive and all of that. So now I'm trying to diversify now. I want to look for something that is more sustainable for me. I've tried to evaluate, this business now, we tend to, anything we do, we can actually take correction and make amendments and modify whatever we do. So I've looked at everything. I've realized that me trading gold with just 30 USD, because as it stands now, the only amount I can deposit into my broker now is around 10 USD, 20 USD, 30 USD, 40 USD, 50 USD. I don't think I can, like right now at this my phase, I don't think I can go above that, because now quite well, I'm still just dependent on my parents, very, very dependent on my parents. Fine, I'm going to school and all of that, I can manage to save up 1 or 2, but I'm still very, very dependent on my parents. I can't afford to lose more than that 50 USD. I can't afford to lose it all. So, and any money I'm depositing to my brokerage account, I make sure that money I'm willing to risk it. So I can't risk more than that. And check the exchange rates. We're in Nigeria currently, so 10 USD is about 17k, 20 USD about 34k, 30 USD about 51k, then 50 and 40 USD. Just check do the math. That's 50 USD should be about 80 something k. So just imagine me bringing out 80 something k, my hard-earned money, and depositing on my broker. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna trade that money on an instrument that is very, very volatile, like gold, whereby I know that it's very, very volatile and it's not just sustainable. Looking at it on the long run, it's not sustainable. So for the fact that I know that I can only deposit from 10 USD to 50 USD anytime I want to make deposits in my brokerage, I can't deposit that money, and at the end of the day, I'll use it to trade gold. No. So now I've decided to try to diversify. Yeah, I've tried to diversify into currency pairs, because Euro USD, I can quite as well open a trade. Assuming I try opening a trade on Euro USD that particular day that it was telling me insufficient funds, I'm sure it would have opened, but that would be against my plan, because I only plan to trade gold. So now what will I be doing now? At this point now, all I'll be doing now is that I've actually found a strategy. Yeah, I found a strategy that I will be using. So I know most times people will be like, strategy is not the problem, that you the trader is the problem. Yeah, people say that a lot. I hear that a lot. But for me now, I feel that thing is not actually 100% correct. Yeah, sometimes strategy can be the problem. Like, I've already evaluated everything. You guys can check those videos. I was very disciplined. I stuck to my risk management plan. I was disciplined to the core. The only thing was that I'll get stopped out, price will go in my favor. I'll get stopped out, price will go in my favor. That was what happened most times during the course of the challenge. So I feel at this point now, it's strategy that is the problem. So I'll be changing strategy and be doing something better. So now I found a more sustainable strategy. I'm not saying that strategy doesn't work. It's working. Like I said earlier, I made about 40 USD with that strategy, and I withdrew it, which you can see right here. So the strategy works, but it's not sustainable for me. Looking at evaluating all these things, looking at the amount of money I can deposit and all of that, the strategy is not sustainable. So I'll be switching to another strategy. And so what I'm doing right now, what I'm doing currently now is that I'm actually relearning and unlearning. Yeah, that's the phase I am at currently. I am unlearning and relearning. I'm unlearning those things that I feel are not sustainable. Then I'm relearning those things that I feel will be sustainable. So it's something easy, like it's not something complex. Just removing those things that I feel, filtering out those things that I feel that will not be sustainable for me on the long run, and bringing together those things that I feel will be sustainable to me on the long run. So yeah, I'll be falling back to currency pairs, and I'll be having a different approach to the market on how I analyze the market. I'll be having a different approach. So all of this now, I'll be explaining that strategy in a different video. Yeah, because I don't want this video to be too long. I'll be explaining my approach on the market, this new strategy I found, what came about it, like what inspired me to choose this strategy and all of that. I'll be explaining that in an entirely different video. So that's just it, guys. Let me show you guys what I've been up to. I've just, for the past couple of days, I've just been relearning and unlearning some things. Yeah, relearning, unlearning. That's it for the past couple of days. And mind you, for the fact that I said that strategy is not sustainable for me because of my account size and because of the amount of money I can deposit currently, it doesn't mean that for all my life or on a long run I'll only be depositing 10 USD, 20 USD, 30 USD, 40 USD, 50 USD. No, that's not the plan. I'll start with that. Fine, you can start with something. I'll start with that, which I will also be later on. I'll be growing, like I'll be going into prop firms. Yeah, it's part of my plan. I'll be advancing into prop firm, buying prop firms, and this game is a game of capital. Yeah, it's a game of capital. So I'll be buying prop firm. But first of all, I have to be able to at least grow a small account, because even though you get a prop firm and you cannot grow a small account, you cannot grow 50 USD account, risking maybe 5 USD or risking to 2 USD, how then will you be able to grow a larger account? It's just a game of percentage, a game of capital. So for the fact that you can grow a small account means that you can actually grow a bigger account if you are working with percentage. Mind you, if you are working with percentage. So I just have to start small on a live account. Then if I'm doing well, I'll progress to a funded account. That's, by the way, that's later on. So all I'm doing now is just to relearn and unlearn and relearn, because I've seen so many things. I'm 2 years into this business now. 2 years. Started in 2022 around September. We're currently in November, so 2 years plus now in the business, and I've seen quite a lot. I've learned quite a lot. But at this phase now, I'll just be filtering out those things that I feel will not be sustainable for me, those things that I feel will not work. So that's basically it, guys. Let me show you what I'm up to.
So right here, I have my journal that I got from SLB. Pardon me, don't mind the fact that it's dirty, it's white. So we are unlearning and relearning. So yeah, this is this, and look at the major things I'll be looking at. I'll just be looking at these candlestick patterns, chart pattern, market structure, and support and resistance. So right here I have the trend is your friend. So this is basically what I've been up to for the past few days. I don't know if you are familiar, if you are conversant with my shorts. If you are conversant with my shorts videos on YouTube, I've been posting like daily. I'll be posting daily and all of that. That's what I've been up to. Like, I've spent hours doing all of this. So that's it, guys. Like I said, this is trading is a journey, and I've decided to document this journey. Everything I'm gonna be doing is gonna be practical. I'll make sure it's as practical and as realistic as possible. I will try my best. I know there's lots of fake gurus out there, and there are so many people that fake things out there. But once you come into my space, once you are with me, or you join the family, you subscribe, once you're part of me, you know that everything we do here is realistic. I'll try as much as possible to be realistic. The challenge, I was as realistic as possible. So right now, I'm in the phase whereby I'm still trying to figure out myself, and I'm happy that I started this documentation at this phase, so that you guys can actually see that it's possible. I believe in this skill set so much. I believe that trading can do a lot. I believe in the possibility of trading. So I've decided to take upon the journey and just do my thing, document everything as realistic as possible, then share it with you guys. So if you feel you want to be a part of this family, if you feel you want to, be a part of what's possible in trading, you can smash the subscribe button. If you have any thoughts on everything I've said so far, if maybe you have any suggestion to make, or you just have anything to say, you can share your thoughts in the comment section, or you want to share some insights, share it in the comment section. Smash the like button, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Remember, I said I'll be making a video on the strategy I'm using after I've finally brought everything together, brought the puzzle together. I'll be making a video on the strategy. So, and if you want to
see how the challenge went, click on the link in the description. And that's it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to smash the like button. Peace out.